Every piece of data can be found using an address to the location where it is stored in memory. A pointer is a data type in C++ that contains the address of a value in memory. Pointers can be used to share values among different parts of a program. Here in my example, I'm defining an integer variable, John's account, and giving it the value 12345. Right below that, I'm declaring a pointer. Notice the asterisk after the data type. That tells the computer this is a pointer. I have int asterisk space ACCT PTR for account pointer is equal to ampersand John's account. Remember, the ampersand finds the address of where John's account is actually stored in memory. I now have that value in my pointer. In lines 15 and 16, I'm printing out John's account number using the variable John's account. Also, I'm printing out the value of where that is located in memory using my pointer. Below that, I'm actually using the account pointer to print out the value. The way that you print out a value using a pointer is you dereference the pointer. To dereference a pointer, we put the asterisk in front of the pointer name. So you can see asterisk ACCT PTR will print out the value at that address. Before we look at the other examples, I want to run the program with just these 4 lines of code. So let's comment out the rest of the program for now. Put a slash asterisk here, and then an asterisk slash at the bottom. That's a multi-line comment. It makes it easy to ignore part of the program for now. I'm going to save it, build it, and run it. Okay, I need to expand my console window so I can see what happened. It looks like it printed out John's account number just fine, 12345, and it gave me the address in memory where that is stored. When I use the account pointer, which also has that same address, and I dereference it, you can see the account pointer allows access to that data, the 12345. Okay, let's go back to our main program. This time I want to take the comment out. Let's comment out the top part this time. Okay, in our main program, I wanted to show you 2 more examples of how to use pointers. The first one is going to use an integer. The second one, I'm going to show you how pointers work with characters. So starting on line 20, this is going to be an example where I declare a variable that says num is equal to 95. Then I'm going to print out the address of the num value using the ampersand num. Next, I want to show you the size of the num value based on its data type. So I'm using the function size of variable num. And finally, we'll print out the value at that location, which is just the variable name num. Right below that, we're going to add our num pointer. So we have int asterisk space num pointer equals. Remember, when assigning a value to a pointer, you want to make sure that value is an address. So I use ampersand num. Then I'm going to show you how to change the value of the num variable using the pointer instead of the variable name. So line 32 here shows that if I dereference the num pointer, asterisk num pointer plus equals 5, this is going to add 5 to the value that is being pointed to from num pointer, which is our variable num. I'm going to print the 3 values out again so you can see that the actual number value changed, but the address is still the same. In the last example, we're going to do something similar, but we're going to use characters. I'm going to start by declaring a character letter A. I'm going to print out the size of that letter. Then I'm going to show you what the value is. We are declaring a character pointer called letter PTR is equal to ampersand letter. And then I want to show you what happens when you change the value of letter using the pointer. So I'm adding 25 to letter pointer. Remember that characters are actually stored as numbers. You can see that I'm starting out with a capital A, which is actually the value 65. And when I add 25, I get to 90. And if you look up in the table, you'll see that 90 is a Z. And then I'm going to print out the final letter. Let's run the program and take a look at the output. Okay, I'm going to enlarge the size of my output window. Starting at the top, we see that we declare num with the value 95. The address is listed there. The size of num based on the data type is 4. We know that integers take up 4 bytes. The value is 95. Then when we add the num pointer, now we're going to add 5 to the 95 by dereferencing the pointer. So we add 5 to 95 and we get 100. Remember, I did not add 5 to the num variable, only to the dereferenced pointer. The location is still the same, and the num pointer location is still the same. When we use characters, the size of the letter value again is based on the data type. Characters are 1 byte long. We started with the value of A. When I added 25 to the dereferenced pointer, I now have a letter Z. Another way of understanding pointers is to say that a pointer allows indirect access to the variable that it's pointing to. We need pointers when we want to dynamically allocate memory.